video. So this video series is basically doing some hands-on on the Python list. Okay, so the very first question is what is the list? Okay, so list is an ordered collection of item which can be any type. Okay, so a list is an ordered collections of items which can be any type, can be of any type. Okay, so type means it might be integers, okay, float, string or str. String or str is same, I'm just using the classes. Boolean, it means boolean. Okay, so and what is the meaning of orders collections? Order collection means the order should be maintained. Okay, so order has some meaning of it. Okay, so just like we are creating something, so how we can create list? So let's create list and list of numbers. Okay, so numbers, and this is the syntax. I'm storing 1 2 3 4 5 6 like this. Okay, so this is order collection. Order collection means each element has some positions. Okay, and if we are denoting to this element, any element, so we can either denote it from left to right, or we can traverse from left to right or right to left. Okay, so this is meaning of ordered. Ordered means they have some positional value, and also indexing is possible, and also traversal is possible from left to right or right to left. Okay, so this is meaning of order. Like this order is, maintain, and order is must. Okay, and order is important. So let me show you what is meaning of order. This one, I'm going to create one more list. Okay, so I'm doing this one. Now let's assign the same value 1 3 4, okay, 2 2 5 and 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so you can see in both list, okay, so data values are same. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 are all the number are available in list 1, and the same number is available in list 2, but the both lists are not equal. Okay, why? Because the order of the element is different. Okay, not the same. So that's why the order is important here, and that is meaning of order. Okay, so you already know what is the meaning of you already understood what is the meaning of list and what is the order collections, and it can be any type. So there is no any limitations, just like in any other programming languages. If you are creating any array, okay, so if you are creating any array, int array, right, so something like that, so we have to specify the value. Okay, we have to write 1 2 3 4 5 6, it's like that. Okay, but because explicitly we have already defined here, okay, the array we are creating, that should be only contain integers value. But in Python there is no any restrictions. Okay, suppose you are creating any list, and that list can contain different type of data type, like one, or let one, or anything, ABC. Okay, or maybe something 4.5, maybe something false. Okay, so all the element can be of different data type. Okay, so that is also in Python that can be very easily. But in case of any other programming language like C, C++, Java, or maybe other compiled languages, so in those compiled languages or other high level languages, so whenever defining any array, or so there is no any concept of array in Python, but with the help of list we can do all the operation of the array generally when we are doing in other programming languages. Okay, the same same operations and same task can be performed using the list. Okay, but the extra thing is here is a list is a type of array, okay, but in Python list can have different data type assigned to the same list, okay. So you can see here. So why this is important, okay. So what is, so do you think in somehow it's important, right? So like, let's suppose if you want to store the information of some student, okay. So a student data might be, you know, roll number, like roll number by 23, name might be, you know, let's suppose, let's write my name for simplicity, and let's suppose my college name, okay. So I'm writing here, okay. So this is my college name, and also do I smoke or not, so maybe I'm using here false, okay. Okay, so you can see, you know, so that's why list is important, okay, because if you are in other programming languages, so if you are the different data types, okay, so all different data types, or like we have to create, you know, 4-5 variables, and then each variable we have to assign the different value, like roll numbers, names, college, and is smoking or not, something like that. So we have to store. But in list, okay, in Python list, in one list, okay, you can store all the value like that, okay. So this is one important point here, okay. So this is the basic fundamental concept. So I explain like what is the ordered meaning, how these are dissimilar, what is meaning of this, and how list can create different type of data and can store different type of data, okay. Now we are going to see how to, you know, create the list, okay, with the practical, and then we will printing and then accessing the element, okay. So let's create one, use any editor, so I am using Python idle, okay. So it's a Python default editor, okay. So let's create one file, and that file name is, let's give the any name, or let's make it simple, exercise 1. And what we are going to do, and just save it first for safer purpose, so that we are, all our data is saved, okay. So list axer1, okay. So we are creating the first exercises. So let's first create the string, sorry, list. So how to create list, first make some comment, create a list of numbers. So you can create list of anything, okay. So that is not important. So for this one I'm going to use some variables name, and make sure give the variables name according to, you know, singular or plural form. So there is multiple items of the list, so that's why I'm using plural form of the you know, word, or you can say noun, okay. So and then I'm going to store value 1 2 3 4 5, okay, 6. So how to create list, so left hand side we have to define variables, and then we have to use equal to sign, and then inside this square bracket we have to write, or we have to assign the value, okay. And all the values are like first value, second value, so these are called different items, okay. And all these items have some index value, like, and first element is stored at 0. So element or item, you can refer either one, okay. So I'm just saying it like element, okay. So first element, second element, third element, fourth, 5 and 6, and the index, the element 1 have positions, okay, 0, and 2 has position 1, okay. So the indexing or position start from the 0 in list, okay. So with the help of a square bracket we can create a list, and inside the square bracket we have to add your multiple numbers, or multiple items, or multiple element, okay. So this was the thing. Now let's print it. I think you already know how to print something in Python using print function, okay. let's run it. Okay, so you can see 1 2 3 4 5, your list is here. Now the next question here is how to access, if you want to access only one element at a time. Okay, not all. I do not want to print or do not want to see or display all the element of the any list. Okay, so how can we do that? So let's give some code and first write some comment. So index, so accessing element by index. So I've already explained what is the meaning of element. So each item is called elements. Okay, element. Okay, and by index. So index means positions. Okay, so 1 is position 0 and index. So index is the standard one. Okay, so most of the time we, as a good programmer, as a good practice, we use indexes. Index. Okay, so index 0, index 1, like index 0 and index 1. 1 is at 1 at index 1, 2 at index, sorry, 1 at index 0, 2 at index 1, 3 at index 2. Okay, it's like that. Indexing always start from. So it's not like, do not consider as just 1 2 3 I've written, so I'm just considering this any item, you know. Yeah, if you are assigning something. Okay, or maybe there is no any order, sorry, limitation of the value. So even if 10 have position, the value 10 has position 0. Okay, and 20 have position 0 or 1. Okay, so it's like that. Do not confuse, like if you have already written 1 2 3, I'm just in decreasing by 1. Okay, so that is not meaning of it. So any element that is stored and that is have the first position, that have index 0 or position 0. So if we have to access the any of the element, a single element, so how we can do that? Okay, so I want to access first number. Okay, so first number. So if we want to access first number, so how we have how we can do that? So first we have to call the variables. Okay, so the variable is list. Okay, so if we are calling the list, okay, so you can see here all the value will be, you know, displayed, but I want to only one, like index, sorry, value at position 0, what is stored? 10, or we can say first element, second element, third element. So first element position is always 0, means first element, or yeah, first item, anything. So it any number of length of the string, or sorry, list, index is start from the 0. So for accessing single item or single element one at a time, so just to have to call the position of that items. Okay, or something like that. So 0 means first item. Okay, second item is 20, so for second item indexing will be 1. Okay, so with the help of bracket, okay, and then inside bracket just pass the position or index of the value, okay, you want to print. So if you want to print first number in the list, then you have to call 0, and if you need second element, then you can call, instead of 0 you can call 1. So let's first print it. Okay, so you can see 10 is the first element in this list. Okay, similarly if we want to do second element, so second element or second number, in this case number. So how we can do that? Again we have to call the variables name, the list, like what are the variables or what is name of the list, or okay, so name of list, that the value of number is the variables, where that is a type of list. Okay, so first call the list, and then after that write the bracket, and then after bracket just pass the index. Like if you are calling, or we need to display second element, so second element means second number means the element at position second in the list, but in indexing we start from the 0, so second element will be stored at 1. So in this case second element will be like this. So similarly you can call any items or any element from the list using this one. So this is basically called indexing. Okay, so if you want to print something at index 0, index 1, or maybe in more general term or natural term, we have to express, so like first element, second element, third element, like that. But in programming level this is called index 0, index 1, but as a normal talk we use like first element, second element, third element, last element, like that. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so this one is, so we have learned how to create list, how to access list. Okay, so let's do one more operations, like modify the list. Modify an item in the list. Okay, modify means I am going to update some value. Okay, so if I want to update the value at position or second number, okay, position at 2 or second position, so if I want to update the same fashion, so how we can access the second element? We have to access like that. We have to call the variables name of the list, and then inside this one if we are calling 1, so it means this is second element, and we have to modify. So just after that you can update the value. Okay, so I'm just writing 24. Okay, so instead of 20 it will be updated with 24. Okay, so and then after let's print. So either you can display or out print whole list, or we can only access the one item. Okay, but I'm just going to show you what will the complete list after the updations of the number or element at the positions 1. Position 1 means second position. Okay, so you can see this one. So two things is important: how to access. So using this indexes value, this is called indexing. With the help of indexing, like if we want to get or access one element at a time, then this is a syntax. First we have to call the list variables, and then after we have to use bracket, and inside bracket make sure there is no any spaces between this one. Okay, so else it will show error. Okay, and then inside bracket we have you can pass any index value. Similarly if we want to update, so same accessing indexing we have to use for updating. So if I want to update at second positions, so I'm first calling the list name or at position 1, and then I'm updating the value 24, and then the value will be updated. Okay, fine. So till now we have understood how to create list, how to access the list, and how to modify the list. In next video we will learn how to add element to the list. Okay, with the help of function, how to expand, and can we add two lists together, or maybe we can remove any item from the list. It's like that. Okay, so in next video we will learn about this one. Okay, so till now thank you for watching. Let's meet in another one.